Alrighty, the over 62 400-pound plus deadlift pull project continues on. Today was a good session, good deadlift session, and a fine shoulder session to finish it up. So why don't you stick around, hang out with this old dude for this awesome workout today. Let's go do it. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 plus fitness journey. We are at the end of a work week. It is Friday, August 5th, 2022. And today is going to be deadlift day. Deadlift and shoulders. Odd combination, but it's what I've been doing lately. Lately meaning the last deadlift session. I did shoulders too, so I'm going to do it today. Seems to work okay. Nervous system's not feeling it. I'm not jazzed. I'm not amped for some deadlifts. But I think it will be. All I got to do is get a little warmed up and be ready to roll. So let's get in here and see how this thing turns out. Let's go do it. Alrighty, off we go. Now, if you're not familiar, I'll talk about this as I'm warming up. I'm working on a 400 plus pound deadlift before I turn 63. So by the end of the year, I want to get me a 400 pound legit pull. So that's what I'm working on here. And the way I'm doing this is I'm using a progressive overload type approach. And I've documented this before as my first video when I started this, which I'll link up in the corner, has a little graphic in it. But effectively what I'm doing is on a given working weight, I'll start one session doing 3 sets of 3 reps. If that's successful, the next session will be 3 sets of 4 reps at the working weight. And if that's successful, the next session would be 3 sets of 5 reps. And then once that's successful, I'll move up 10 pounds for the next session and continue on in that same process. 3 sets of 3, 3 sets of 4, 3 sets of 5. And I have to tell you, so far this is working out really well. It's gradual, slow, deliberate, cautious. I like it. So just finishing up my warm-ups here. I want to make sure I get plenty of warm-up done on my deadlift day in particular. And as I said in the intro, I wasn't feeling totally jazzed this morning, but after these warm-ups, my nervous system was engaged, the switch was on, ready to roll. That's the last warm-up there. Today I'm working on 3 sets of 4 reps at 315. That's where I am today. This is set 1. And I will say this. I finally ordered me some liquid chalk. So I have some liquid chalk that I should have by the next session. And I say that because today my grip was a little bit problematic, particularly on that right hand. I don't know what the deal was. I'm a chronic skin picker puller, so the calluses on my right hand were a little raw. I should probably just leave those bad boys alone, but at any rate, I think that was the big deal today. The calluses on the right hand were a little bit sore, and that caused a problem. There's set 2. The weight felt good today. It really didn't feel heavy. Well, it felt heavy, but it wasn't like crazy. So I think the next session at 3 by 5 reps is going to feel pretty good. Set 3 here. And I did pretty good on my rest between sets today too. That's another issue for me, rushing. I think I was like 3-4 minutes between sets, so that's good. 3 and 4. Yeah, I think that grimace overestimated how hard that was because it really didn't feel that bad. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about this particular program, the fourth set is an AMRAP, as many reps as possible. Now, I'd hope to do 7, and you can see I'm kind of re-grasping the bar with my right hand on every rep there. And by this third set, I could see this was going to be a problem. Third rep, I mean. I think I got 5 out of this. And that last one, it was about to fall out of my hand. But anyway, it felt pretty good. That was a good deadlift session. I'm happy with that, and the liquid chalk is going to help quite a bit, I am sure. I don't think it's going to be a miraculous improvement, but it's going to help. All right, so as I said, I'm doing shoulders with deadlifts today, and I did this on my last deadlift session. Works out pretty good for me. I started out with some standing overhead presses. Started with some 50-pounders. A little too heavy for what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in the 10 to 12 rep range, and that was a little bit too heavy. I did 3 sets of these, by the way. This is set, I think this is the third set. 3 sets of standing overhead dumbbell presses in the 10 to 12 rep range. As you can see, I went down to 45-pounders. That 5 pounds made a pretty big difference. I'm not sure what I got on this third set. I may have gotten 10 here, but that was good. That felt good. I like standing overhead press work as opposed to seated. Again, that's a lot of advantages to that. Can't use as much weight, but it does activate a lot of auxiliary muscles in the core. So here I'm moving on to 3 sets of partial heavy lateral raises. So heavy to me is 35-pounders here. Now on these 3 sets, I'm working I want to shoot for 15 reps, as close to failure as I can. And that's what I did. I got 3 sets, 15 reps. I kind of occasionally hit the left shoulder with an extra rep. But these 3 sets felt good too. This is obviously a nice outer lateral deltoid movement, and it engages the upper traps quite a bit. This is a burner. This is 15 reps of these are a burner, and so that's a good 6 sets of shoulder work in there. Happy with that. And I'm going to move into my third group of 3 sets, my infamous shoulder flies. I call these shoulder flies. Again, 3 sets. I think I'm using 35 pounds here. And again, I'm shooting for 3 sets of 15. I think I might have gotten 15 on this. This is the first set. You see I'm bent at the waist, maybe 45 degrees. And this is a good rear delt and lateral delt engagement. Third set here. I got a pretty good sweat going today. It was kind of chilly in there, but still good sweat going. That was good. And I mentioned this in the at the end here, but I was fighting the battery at this point. My camera batteries I didn't charge them for some reason, and I had one battery at 50% and one at like 30, so I was kind of worried I was going to run out of battery. But I think as a matter of fact, this last group of 3 sets of the lighter weight lateral raises, I didn't think I actually recorded. I thought the camera had stopped, but apparently not. So 3 sets of lateral raises brings me to 12 total sets of shoulder work, and I'm really happy with the shoulder day today. It was good, felt good. Kind of hustled through it because of the battery, but felt good. And you can see I started with my arms straight, did as many as I could. Then I'm bending my elbows to bring the weight closer to my body, so it gives you a little better leverage, just to squeak out a few more. Now here, you can see it again, starting with my arms fairly straight. From the back, they don't look all that straight, but they feel straight to me. Then as the weight gets heavier, I bend the elbows, bring the weight close to my body, makes it a little bit easier, squeeze a few more reps out. But there you go. That was an excellent deadlift session, a sweet shoulder session, and I'm really happy with it. Got a lot of work in, and I want to thank you for hanging out with me again today. I surely do appreciate it. All right, there you go. Pretty good session, if I do say so myself. Deadlifts went well. Still got to get me that liquid chalk. My grip was a little problematic, but the weight felt good. Good shoulder work today. Got 12 good sets in. I don't think I got the fourth group of 3 in, but been fighting the battery right now. Got to hurry up here. So time for me, as usual, to go get some lunch, and then I've got to go over to my mom's, do a little internet routing troubleshooting, and got a plumber coming over this afternoon. I want to get this video edited and uploaded. A lot to do. So with that, I will say, go ahead and hit that like button for me if you haven't, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me if you haven't. And I sure would appreciate it. And thank you for hanging out with me. I really do thank you for taking the time to be here. Now with that, I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.